So now that we have the basic chords worked out, let's have a look at how we can vary our accompaniment to make it all sound more interesting. You have to remember when we're playing these tunes, they're going to be repeated many times. And you could just play the same chords over and over again and it would sound good, but it'll just sound so much better if you're able to vary up your accompaniment. It might mean adding tension and release by increasing the volume, the dynamics, louder and quieter. Maybe it means changing the chords with some chord substitutions, or maybe doing some bass runs. We're going to look at all those things now. So the first thing we've mentioned anyway was the drone note. You can add dynamics to it. In other words, adding it, making it louder or quieter to build up tension, leading towards something. Then we can work on adding in the bass notes that lead you to the chords you're going to. So we've seen before, you can go with D, and then just before the G chord comes in, which is here, you can play the note before it, the F sharp. That's one nice thing that you can add in. For the chord substitution, the most common way to do a chord substitution is to add in the relative minor. And if you want to work out the relative minor, all you have to do is count up 6. So this time, instead of swapping out the D with the B minor, D, E, F, G, A, B minor, so D's would be swapped out with the B minor. Let's look at swapping out the 4 chord, the G. So if we count up 6 from that, we should get an E, G, A, B, C, D, E. So you can, rather than playing your G chord, we'll put in the E minor. So we'll be playing our D first, then rather than going to G, we'll go to the E minor. Now the next chord that's going to come after that will be the D. And we've mentioned before, you can play the D like this, but for the bass note, put the F sharp in. That's your D first inversion. Again, the D is D, F sharp and A, and we're now using this note as the bass note. So that's called first inversion. If we were to use the A note, the 5th note of the chord, that's second inversion. So we're going to play D, we're going to play our chord substitution, the E minor, which was replaced the G chord, and then for the D, we're going to play the F sharp. If you notice, we're walking up the bass, walking up the scale. And then at the end, we're going to go G and A. Normally we just play an A chord there, but since we've done this walk, it will sound good if we put in the... So it'll be like D, E minor, D with the F sharp in the bass, G,